Alright, today we're going to be installing a brush guard on a 2025 Nissan, what is it here? Frontier. Alright, first we're going to remove the tabs on the top part of the grill. So using a flat blade of any kind, pop these up. I like to use this afterwards so you can scrape down in there and helps you out. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove those first, and then I'll show you what to do after that. Alright, next, using a T20 bit, you'll have 3 screws. One right here, one right, see if I can get it on camera. There, and one right there. So remove those and I'll show you what to do after that. 6 tabs that run along. Take a flat blade of some kind and like that. Next one, same thing. Next one, if I can get in there. So let's pull up, pull out like that. Okay. Same thing. Same thing, and last one. Just like that. I'll remove it and I'll show you what to do after that. Alright, so next on each side there's 2 tabs. I don't know if I can show you that right there, you can kind of see it. There's 2 tabs on this side, 2 tabs on the other side. Gently on the top, kind of pull back on both sides, one at a time, until it kind of hangs down. And then I think there's 6 or 7 tabs down below. When we get to that, I'll show you. We'll count them. You have to pull back and then pinch, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Alright, so there's going to be 7 tabs in total that look like this. You're going to have to reach your hand down in here, get underneath, and push up on the tab underneath, and then pull out and keep going down the line. It gets easier the more room you have. And there's one last one over there. So once I remove the grill, I'll show you what to do after that. Okay, that's what it should look like when it's done. Grill's off, dust cover's off, right over there. All right, on to the next step here. Stand by and I'll show you what to do after that. Okay, so next you're going to crawl underneath the car, the front bumper. There's a splash guard underneath. There's more of these tabs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there is 3 of these 10mm bolts. So we're going to remove those and I will show you what it looks like. Alright, after taking those 3 10mm bolts off, there'll be another one on your fender well on the passenger side, and then one over on your driver's side. So 5 10mm in total, and the plastic tabs, and then you're just gonna pull down and out. I'll show you what it looks like after that. Okay, before you get the splash guard off, I forgot to tell you, and I apologize. There's a Phillips head on this side of the fender well and one on the other. You're just gonna remove these 2, and then you should be able to pull it down. So let's do that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so before removing the entire splash guard, there was another 10mm bolt hidden up in here, and you can't see it. You have to feel for it. There's a clip and a, yep, so just reach your hand back there, feel for the 10mm, unscrew it. It's on this side, which is the driver's side, and then the passenger side, and then finally you can remove the splash guard. All right, here's all the parts laid out. Here, left and right bracket. All these are nice and labeled. There's left, there's right. Brackets. You're gonna have a 5mm Allen wrench, 4mm Allen wrench. All your bolts, washers, and everything else you're gonna need. I'll show you what, when, where they go. You have a 13mm socket and an 18mm socket, and that should be all we need to construct this. Okay, so there is 2 bolts for the tow hook. Right here, right there. I went over, let's see if I can screw this over real fast. Remove these 2 and the hook. I needed a cheater bar to get these out. They were on there pretty well, and it was a 17mm socket for both. Now, if I can flip this camera around, we're gonna put the left bracket, and it has an L on it, an 18mm bolts. There should be 4 of them in the kit, and we're gonna put it back up there. So we're gonna slide this through so that it sits like that. So that will go up into the bracket, and these will hang out the front, and I'm going to put them up there, and I'll show you what it looks like here in a second. Okay, once you get these 2 on, I put thread locker. I put thread locker on all of them, just so you guys know. Don't tighten this all the way up. You just kind of want it to where you can shimmy it, because you're going to put the other side on, and then you're going to put the grill on, so you don't want to put everything too firm. Get out here. That's what it looks like on the outside. So it goes underneath where the splash guard used to be, and up right here. We're going to do the same exact thing for the other side. So just stay tuned. I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, that's what it looks like. Leave it loose. Leave it loose. All right, we're going to go on to the next part. So stay tuned. Okay, next you're going to take a flat blade again. Take this tab out on the very farthest driver's side. Take the other one out on the passenger side. And these 2 will go up underneath both. There's this part of the bumper, and then underneath there's this bracket right here. This is going to go underneath that, and then you're going to take this, which I believe is a 13. Yep, 13mm socket. And there's one more bracket I will show you when I have a spare hand to do it with. I'll show you what it looks like before I fasten it in there. Okay, so taking the one that says L, and this being pointed up that way, so this will be under both of these, remember that, facing that way. This will go right there, and your 13mm bolt with a lock washer and a regular washer will drop down in, and you just tighten that up. Don't do it all the way, you still want a little bit of play, because we don't want to fasten all this stuff up until we get it situated. So stay tuned. Okay, this is what it should look like. Still loose. Now I'm going to line them up and then fasten them down all the way. This is R, this is L. I would recommend using a wrench or one of those little ratchet wrenches, because my socket did fine on this one, got stuck on that one. You can kind of see it right there. So it just makes it easier just to help somebody ahead of time so you don't run into the same problem as I did. So stay tuned, I'll show you what to do from here. Okay, once you get these snug, you're going to take this grill, start with the little tabs again, put them back in, and then go to the side tabs, and then I'll put it in and show you what it looks like, and we'll go from there. Okay, once you get the tabs in, leave these two tabs out for a second, just to give space to put your other dust cover back through here, because you only have that little tiny spot. Once it's in there, move it out of the way, then you can push your tabs. I'll show you. There. Now everything should be lined back up. So should be good. All right, I'll show you what to do after that. And stand by. Okay, so these tabs right here will go back in there. So put that all back together like you did at the beginning, and then we're going to put the tabs back in their spots all the way through, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, once you get them all snapped in and click back into place, your torque screws that you took out at the beginning, 3 spots, 1, 2, 3, put those in, and then the assembly of the grill is back together, and then we'll go from there. Alright, next it's calling for 4 of the shorter, and there's only 4 it comes with, the other ones are the same size, they're just a little bit longer. 4 of these with the Allen wrench. Say 8 1.525 millimeter flat washer. They're going to go in the top part of the grill. Bolt washer that way, another washer, and another nylon nut right there. I'm going to put them on. I'll show you what it looks like here in a second. Okay, so this is what one of the sides looks like. Washer, nut, washer, nut, washer part of the bolt, and washer part of the bolt. Repeat the same step on the other side. I'll show you what it looks like when it's put together. Okay, next, for the grill, you're going to take the longer bolts. Take the bolt, you're going to take a washer, slide it over, it's going like that, and then another, and a nylon nut. I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like. I mocked one up. This one's marked L for left side. It goes in this little slot down here, right there. So you can take your Allen wrench and your 13 millimeter. Same thing for up here when I put this in. Tighten it up, not too tight, just enough to where you can move it, because you're going to have to maneuver it when you get it on the grill, and then repeat the same steps right there, and I'm going to show you what it looks like after I get it installed. Okay, taking these, it's left over, mounting into these, which is going to be mounted to this and to this, and I will put it up there and show you what it looks like to give you guys a better idea of how you're supposed to do it. Stay tuned. Alright, so we ran into a snag getting ready to put the grill back on. This needs to come over straight. Where it's positioned at and where the grill is at, that's not possible because that's in the way. So I had to MacGyver it and take these snips and snip in there in the plastic and that side too, just to pull these straight. In order for it to line up with that. So if anybody else runs into that problem, there you go, there's your solution. All right, I'm gonna put it up there and show you what fasteners we use for that here in a second. All right, so washer, bolt, washer, bolt, washer, nut, and then on that side, leave them loose because we got to come down here next. Basically do the same thing. I just found another problem I'm running into is the license plate box cover right here is down too far. So now I gotta fiddle with this. I will show you the solution. Comment down below if you guys have been running into these problems too. Let me know. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so I loosely put these on. These are still loose. And remember, underneath, still loose for now. So you want to tighten these first. Come up here, tighten these, and then go underneath and tighten those down. These are 18 millimeter, just so you guys know. There's some Loctite leaking a little bit, but that's all right. So I'm gonna tighten all these up, and then I'm gonna get back underneath and put the splash guard in. I believe we have to cut it to make it fit. So I will let you know my struggles here in a minute. Okay, so we're all done. Finally got this piece on. This took, I don't know, 2 hours, and it shouldn't have. The instructions are horrible. I had to MacGyver something real fast. We had to cut a little bit. I had to get up underneath here and cut more and more and more. It's almost like you had to cut this in 3 pieces, but they don't say that in the instructions. But we managed to get it to work. So there's the whole thing. I actually will show you the amount of plastic we cut, which is ridiculous. So whatever this company is, it's a good company, solid bumper, but do better. Anyway,
it's Black Horse.
Yeah, it's Black Horse. Anyway, hope this helps you guys out. It's the finishing product. And thanks for tuning in.